Put the C in the ouch and the ing in the couch, and we got couching with Koel. You gotta admire a man who at 62 decides that it's not enough to be the biggest and boldest filmmaker in India and moves to LA to become a newcomer all over again.
Who's 62?
Pioneering...
Who's 62? Excuse me. Who's
no,
62?
I was talking about another man, not
yes.
you. Because he actually looks about 30, right?
Who's 62?
But we are going to talk about this fitness thing later. But meanwhile, you are pioneering your way through unknown territory. And then he ends up with a film that is exciting the brightest filmmakers in Hollywood and critics in Hollywood. But all he's doing is fulfilling a promise that he made to himself at 26, that I will get there. And here we are with Mr. Vedu Vinod Chopra in front of 600 plus DAVians at Hansraj College, one of the most reputed institutes of DAV. To talk about that journey. Big round of applause again. So, Mr. Chopra, you have just told us that actually you will first learn to speak English properly only at 16 at your DAV premises.
I was in the 6th, 7th का DAV में किस क्लास 8वीं में पढ़ाते थे शायद अमीरा कदल में 6ठी 8वीं में.
And now you're credited as the first Indian to write, produce, direct a Hollywood film, Broken Horses.
Absolutely.
What gave you the guts to dream so audaciously? And what kept that dream alive over so many years?
See, there are two things. First of all, there's a bit of Munna Bhai in me. Full confidence. Full Munna Bhai confidence. एक वो dialogue लिखा था राजू और अभिजात ने. वो थोड़ा मेरे पे, you know, they used to joke about this. There's a line in there. This guy tells one guy कि एकदम confidence में चलने का मुन्ना भाई के जैसा. So they used to. So that's one thing. The other thing, my confidence actually came from DAV school. See, in DAV school, what happened to me was I was the best student, and somehow is a strange, in a small school really, but a strange kind of confidence. I was the monitor of my class. I have to admit I used to beat up kids because I was the monitor. You can't do it these days, but you know, I did it. I'm sorry if anybody is listening.
Are you really? You don't look very sorry. Are you really sorry?
No, but I did very well. My class was the best class. But having said that, I think the confidence really came from my childhood. मुझे अभी तक याद है, my sister used to go to convent school. Shelly, her name is. तो एक दिन मेरे स्कूल में सब मेरे फादर के पास कार थी, तो एक बार मैंने अपनी बहन को कहा कि यार शैली वी आर सो रिच. वो मुझे ऐसे देखती है, रिच बोले हमारे पास कार है. उसने कहा मेरे स्कूल में सबके पास 2-2 कार है, 3-3 कार है, हम गरीब हैं. तो मैं तब से उससे ये जोक करता हूँ कि इट्स ऑल अ पर्सपेक्टिव. इज हाउ यू लुक एट इट. Sitting here with these people, I could be the happiest man in the world. Or I could think, यार मेरी जगह शाहरुख खान होता तो शायद 20 लोग और ज़्यादा बैठे होते. It's all in your head. So for me, actually, my confidence comes from my roots in DAV school. And I am not just bullshitting because I'm here, but that is when I grew up thinking I can do anything.
So for the children who are not from DAV school, what would you say to the future generation, that what should they hold on to or acquire to sort of keep that dream alive or to make it possible?
I'll tell you one thing. What happens is a very strange thing. When we are young, like these kids here, we have dreams. You know, the kid when he's born is actually completely wild and free. Okay? And as we grow, we slowly, our soul becomes corrupt. And unfortunately, as we keep growing, it's becoming more and more corrupt. मेरे साथ मेरे कुछ असिस्टेंट्स थे जो अब बड़े फिल्म मेकर हो गए, फिर मैं नाम नहीं लूँगा. इतना हंसता खेलता रहता था यार वो लड़का मेरे साथ. अब वो फिल्में बनाता है, उसका कुछ नाम है, वो इतना दुखी है. मैंने उसको बोला तेरे को प्रॉब्लम क्या हो गई, तू तो बड़ा खुश रहता था. नहीं सर, I'll do. I think what happens to people as they grow, they become complicated and they actually become corrupt. The soul becomes corrupt, which is very sad. I think the trick is to keep that child alive in you.
Have you kept your child
totally
alive?
You know, now at this time when I was talking about DAV school, I had to hold back my emotion मैं और 10 मिनट होता तो मैं रोने लगता कि यार मैं कहाँ से आया हूँ. मैं normally ऐसा होता हूँ तो मैं गायत्री मंत्र, this is something I want to tell everybody here. So I do Om Bhurvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat, and then I say thank you Bhagwan for everything. My daughter Zuni used to say that when she was a kid. Not God, but thank you Bhagwan Ji for everything. So I thank Bhagwan Ji. But the point is that it still overwhelms me. I still can't believe that I'm here and people are clapping for me and I'm doing well.
So then the same thing, because you were actually nominated for an Oscar for your first outing,
That's right.
An Encounter with Faces. You didn't win, but just the fact that you were there was a huge deal. Now, 30 years later, you're back in LA, holed up in an apartment in very different circumstances. How different was it?
I have a
this
bungalow,
time?
by the way.
You have a bungalow, sorry. I'm so sorry. What was I thinking?
I don't even know.
Right, with like 10 swimming pools and up in Beverly Hills, right next to Brad Pitt. Sorry, what
Sort
was I
of,
thinking?
yes,
Right.
yes, yes.
Oh, sort of. Okay. So now, 30 years later that you're in a bungalow and not passing off your night suit pajamas as your national dress,
That's right.
how different was it? And since you're talking about this emotional...
See, I think, well, the most important thing really is to always be surprised. To always feel, oh my God, this is happening. And if you don't keep that child alive in you, then you become totally corrupt. It's very sad. मेरे पास एक नसीरुद्दीन शाह का मुझे आज कल मैसेज आया मेरे फ़ोन पे कि मैं I am going to see 2 kabutars jokingly about broken horses. तो मैंने कहा तू देख ले यहाँ. कहता नहीं मैं I'll see first day first show as a loyal fan, joking. तो मैंने कहा उसको कि उसने मुझे ये बात मैं पहली बार बता रहा हूँ क्योंकि आप लोगों का जानना ये बहुत ज़रूरी है. आज से करीब पता नहीं 30-40 साल पहले पहली बार नसीरुद्दीन शाह अमेरिका गया था. तो वो मेरे लिए $1 का एक बैज लेके आया था और उसने मुझे हंसते हंसते दिया था. उस पर लिखा था आई रिफ्यूज़ टू ग्रो अप. अच्छा, वो बैज मैंने संभाल के रखा हुआ है. अब पिछले 2-4 साल पहले उसका 60th बर्थडे था, कुछ बुढ़ा हो गया अभी नसीर. तो मैं गया उसके बर्थडे पे और मैंने वो बैज लगाया हुआ था और नसीर एक्चुअली बिकेम इमोशनल एंड सो डिड आई. पर माई पॉइंट इज दैट यू हैव टू रिफ्यूज टू ग्रो अप. जो इनकी इनोसेंस अभी है, वो मैं देख रहा था कि वो कुछ मैं बोल रहा था तो वो महिला उनको कुछ हंस के कह रही थी, शायद वो इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ते होंगे या कुछ जो भी होता होगा. पढ़ते हैं वो, इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ते हैं. अब देख लीजिए कि मेरी ऑब्जर्वेशन कितनी है कि आप 600 लोगों में मैं समझ गया कि वो ब्लैक टी शर्ट वाला इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ता है. क्योंकि जैसे मैंने इकोनॉमिक्स किया कहा आपने टर्न, तो मैंने कहा ये तो इकोनॉमिक्स ही पढ़ता है 100%. Having said that, but you should refuse to grow up.
Is this why you've gone to Hollywood? Because somewhere being in the industry, being at the pinnacle of your career, you're suddenly feeling, now what? I need to challenge myself?
Absolutely.
Or is it also that thing of I've got, because you are an angry man.
Yeah.
Anger keeps you going. I mean, we are witness to that. Yeah. That anger of saying, what does Hollywood think of us? I can make a better film than Departed. Let me show them. Is
actually,
it a bit
Koel, actually, what you're saying is right. क्या है कि मुझे बहुत गुस्सा आता है जब कोई कहता है कि यार ये बॉलीवुड वाले लोग तो बकवास फिल्में बनाते, they make, you know, loud films over the top. So I really wanted to go there and tell them that we can do what you do if we decide to do it as good as you, if not better. See, that's a very important thing. हम लोग सपोज मेरे वहाँ धर्म शिक्षा की क्लास होती थी DAV स्कूल में. इसका मतलब नहीं क्या अगर हमको इंग्लिश बोलनी पड़े तो हम नहीं बोल सकते. हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. मैंने आपको बताऊं कि व्हेन आई वेंट टू द फिल्म स्कूल, मैंने इंग्लिश मुझे आती नहीं थी, शेक्सपियर मालूम नहीं था ये. तो मैंने इंग्लिश कैसे सीखी? मैंने फिल्में देखनी शुरू की हॉलीवुड की और इंग्लिश बोलनी सीख ली. फिर सेकेंड ईयर में एक अमेरिकन आया और उन्होंने एक डिड अ क्लास देयर, एंड आफ्टर द सेशन ही लुक्ड एट मी एंड सेज, व्हाई नॉट यू स्टडीड इन US? Which university did you go to? I said, you know, actually not. I just learned to speak your language watching Marlon Brando and these guys.
So that's why your accent was all
my accent is like that. It's not because of any... I learned English actually watching Hollywood movies. So I speak like Hollywood. That's how it is.
So when you were there this time as a newcomer, did you ever feel the need, whether on set or whether getting a restaurant booking or doing something else, to say, don't you know who I am back home? Did that occasion ever arise?
नहीं, मेरे साथ एक उधर बहुत funny joke होता है. मैं जहाँ होटल में रहता हूँ, बेवर्ली हिल्स में यहाँ, जब वो चोपड़ा देखते हैं, तो जैसे चोपड़ा, oh, Deepak or Vinod? So Deepak Chopra has done good for me. उसका नाम बहुत है वहाँ पे, तो फिर मैं कहता हूँ विनोद. So no, I just feel like a kid. I feel so good कि जब मैंने ये film बनाई, and the first person to see this film was James Cameron, and he's made Titanic, he's made Avatar, and he's a very difficult man. बहुत उसकी reputation खराब है. So when he started praising the film and clapping in the dark theater, he walked up. तो पहले तो मेरे को थोड़ा लगा कि यार इतना clap कर रहा है, शायद maybe he'll come and say कि Bollywood comes to Hollywood, joke करेगा ये कि what is this nonsense. But then he came and said, Vinod, you did it. You know how tough this is to come out of your comfort zone and do something? You have any idea? He was the first one to tell me how far I had come, because I had met him in Delhi first time at India Today function. That's where I had met him. So he was like, oh my God, where have you come from? And so much out of your comfort zone, which is what I did.
There are two things that I find. One is coming out of your comfort zone, making a film about a small town, gun-toting, a town in the border of America, Mexico. It's dark, it's twisted, it's uncomfortable making. I know you say that the story of the brothers has this Indian flavor.
Of course.
But I think apart from your name, there's nothing Indian in that film. There is nothing Indian. This is a compliment. But how do you get there? I mean, what do you know about it? What do you know about it? How did you...
I spent 5 years, Gaurav, 5 years. I started this film at the age of 56 actually. So 56, 57 to 62, I've just done this.
Please note, this is the payment for perseverance. These are the fruits of perseverance.
Yeah. You can't give up. If you have a dream, you can't give up. It's like अगर मैंने सोचा कि यार मैं आप में से कोई ड्रीम करता है कि यार I'll become, let's say, the prime minister, or I will become whatever, the great scientist, the great economist, whatever. You can't give up. And there will be problems. ऐसा नहीं है कि there will be huge problems.
So one of the problems, or maybe pleasures, I don't know, there's that you shot it in 31 days, although you had 33 days. It's a 101-minute film, which means that you have to tell a story very quickly, very sharply. The eye for detail there is like a matter of pride. Were these things pleasures, or were they problems?
Huge pleasure. Huge pleasure. I'll tell you the big difference. In India, we have a lot of warmth. I mean, the way I feel for these kids and they feel for me, this won't happen in America. I really feel we are very warm, lively people, but we are hugely inefficient. Hugely. I had to be here at 11:30. मैं 1 घंटा लेट पहुंचा. मेरी गलती नहीं. ड्राइवर कहीं यहाँ जा रहा है, वहाँ जा रहा है. मैं भाई हंसराज कॉलेज जाना है. ये नहीं होता अमेरिका में. Efficiency उनकी बहुत ज़्यादा है. Emotions उनके पास नहीं है.
You've also talked about Bollywood here having this sort of inane hierarchy that, encourages mediocrity, that talent sort of languishes in the face of other things. You've, of course, changed the rules a lot by producing. Do you feel that you'll be able to come back now that you've tasted that? Because see what happened to Mr. Shekhar Kapoor. He went and made a film there, and now he's not making films there, not making films here.
See, Shekhar grew up in London. I grew up in DAV. It's a big difference. He's chartered accountant from London. मेरा तो growth ही है. I can never leave India. I'm not saying it because I'm on Indian television. I said the same thing to Fox News in America, to World News in BBC. I was on World News and I was saying, अरे मैं किधर पहुंच गया? लेकिन I said, because मेरे लिए जो हम लोगों का सिनेमा है, जो हम लोगों के, my children, my son plays cricket for Mumbai Indian under 16. Mumbai under 16. My daughter writes book. This is my wife is, entrenched into Hindi cinema. She worked at India Today, as you know, first. So, for me, this is a place to live and die in, clearly. It took me some time to figure out that these actors were actually performing to my music from Bollywood films.
How did it feel when you had your entire crew dance, literally dancing to your tunes?
You know, it happened in a rap party after the shooting got over. And I was so tired and I was so drunk because I just went and I just got drunk. And I was like, it started not like this. It started with Vincent D'Onofrio speaking in very, very serious English, saying that, you know, I was never directed. This is the first time in my life that I've been directed. And for me, for an actor like that to say first time he was directed was, oh my God. So सब बड़ी अच्छी तरह इंग्लिश में बातें कर रहे थे, तो मैं I was listening. और suddenly वो शुरू हुआ ज़ूबी डूबी की ट्यून, वो गाना भी नहीं शुरू हुआ, तो मुझे लगा यार मैंने इतनी पी ली है कि अब मैं हॉलीवुड में मुझे बॉलीवुड दिख रहा है, तो मैं चुप सा रहा. And then it took me a while to figure out that they were actually dancing. It actually was because I didn't know. My sister Shelley, who directed this, she did this. And it was a big surprise. See, in America, normally nobody stays beyond time. All these guys, because it was a surprise for me, either came before early or after I left, they used to wait for my car to go and then they did this shooting. And all of them, Tom Stern and all who have done it, are Oscar people. They won Oscars. These are not normal people.
Did you cry when you saw this?
No. I was just laughing. I was very happy.
How difficult is it for you to take a back step? Because yes, you are producer and you may be, because producers do have the final say in a lot of things, but you're not center stage. How difficult was it for you to stop directing and start producing?
See, it's very easy because for me, like I said, in PK, Raju and Amir went everywhere. I didn't have to go. I went to few places. See, if you're secured in your head about who you are, then you don't have to do anything to project yourself. In today's time, people pay money to newspapers to put their photographs. I mean, I don't know how many people know this, but you buy, it's a media net, you buy. Have you ever seen my picture in any paper saying, Hindustan ka #1 producer? Hello. They pay money, they put that, and then they believe it. They absolutely believe, see, मैं #1 producer हूँ. मैंने ही पैसा दिया है. मैंने photo छपवाई है. It's like, for me, it's ridiculous, So I don't think my strength comes from projecting. My strength comes from knowing who I am, which means it's between my soul, my spirit, and myself. It has nothing to do with the outside world. You may after this show think, what a fool Vinod Chopra is, or somebody else may say, Vinod Chopra kya samajhta hai apne aap ko? Possible hai. But I know deep down that I'm doing my best to communicate to my community of DAV students here, to try and tell them that, listen guys, if I can do it, you can do better.
Something you touched upon right now, and this is actually a quote of yours, that I'm not a likable person.
No,
and nor do I aim to be a likable person. How then have you survived and made a success of yourself in an industry that thrives on, interpersonal flattery and...
झूठ बोलते हैं सब.
So how have you survived? Because you have made
किसी की पिक्चर देखते हैं, बकवास पिक्चर होती है. अरे क्या यार, छा गए पापा जी. अरे क्या छा गए, बकवास पिक्चर है यार. Nobody tells anybody. That's why they keep making stupid films. Somebody should tell them you're making stupid films.
Do you tell them?
I'm telling them on TV, you're making stupid films, make better films, please, for all of them. So I'm not going to be liked. I don't care. If they make better films after listening to me, I'll be very happy. India deserves better cinema, yeah. There you go.
So bad films make
I've just made now little less likable than I was.
Yeah, which is fine. We don't care, right?
Yeah.
Things make you angry. I mean, these are not rumors because you've talked about it. You've bitten a heroine's hand before. You have chased a critic around a swimming pool. What is you can explain to them why you did this, and also what is the recent thing that's made you angry and you feel completely justified about it?
Recently, anger mera, come ho gaya actually, because I'm married to a wonderful woman, Anupama, for now 20 years, and she's such a lovely woman that I don't feel angry anymore.
And she's the polar opposite in terms of, she's the water to your fire.
Yeah, totally. Because, if I'm little angry sometimes, she's so opposite that I just, I'm not angry anymore. It just, things annoy me, but I'm not angry like I used. But see, I used anger. There's a very interesting saying by Khalil Gibran. He said, I use anger as a weapon to defend myself. If I was strong enough, I wouldn't need it.
So today, actually, you're saying that you're strong enough.
Yes,
you don't need
yes,
it.
Yes.
Let's talk about...
It's the weak who get angry. Perhaps I wasn't as strong as I am, so I used to get angry.
And now you have an amazing woman in your life for the last 20 years.
She's changed my life, yeah.
Is that also one of the reasons why you're so fit right now? Because you're married to a much younger woman?
It has nothing to do with much younger women. There are much younger women in Hollywood who think I'm 40, and it's nice. They flirt with me, I flirt with them.
What is the secret
good.
of this?
Why not?
How good does he look? Now, I don't know if the students here know, but you're also quite a romantic person, even though your films are all quite angry and violent and stuff. In fact, you did one of the most expensive love letters.
Yes.
Can you talk about that for a second then?
See, I made 1942 a love story, which was lovely, but I wanted to make thrillers. And I had a very violent film in my mind when I fell in love with Anupama, who I'm married to now. And she doesn't like violence. So I made a film called Kareeb, which is the most expensive love letter, because it's a letter that I wrote to her in cinema. That's my only film that flopped. So I tell her कि कभी नहीं करना चाहिए इंसान को, वो इश्क ने हमको निकम्मा कर दिया गालिब, वगरना हम भी आदमी थे काम के. कभी मत करो, अपना काम करो. Absolutely.
And when you were a student in DAV or later in college, what was one of the, because that's one of the crazy things you've done for romance, what was one of then, when you were young, the crazy things you've done for romance? Because I'm sure that that's one of the prime things on,
You know, there's a woman in Delhi, she lives in, I won't name her, but she will know if she sees this. I ran from Srinagar, I was in DAV school, मेरी माँ को मैं गाड़ी में लेके गया, सनातन धर्म में हवन होता है संडे को. वहाँ से मैं अमृतसर भाग गया उसके लिए और उन दिनों फ़ोन भी नहीं था. So I wrote a letter. I ran to Amritsar to meet this woman. That's pretty crazy. But I didn't realize that my parents had called her parents, and when I'm calling her, I've come to Amritsar, she is not talking, nobody is talking. So मैं कहा क्या हो गया? I was so foolish. So I've done mad things like that.
So it didn't actually, it didn't get reciprocated
No,
at all.
she was very angry. Everybody is angry. My father fired me. Everybody fired me. It was a stupid thing to do, but I did it. So I have done things like that.
And also the fact that you have chosen to make films, you've done exactly that because your parents turned around and said, Mochi ban jao, right? But what would you say to students here who are probably struggling with, you know, our parents want us to do this, this is good for a job, but our dream is this.
3 Idiots दिखाओ. बिल्कुल दिखाओ. एकदम 3 Idiots में एक सीन है, पता नहीं आपको याद होगा कि नहीं, वो उसको बोलता है कि तू यार ये करेगा तो सारी उम्र तू कर्ज करेगा अपने आप को. एंड ही टेल्स हिज फादर कि मैं अगर ये करूँगा अपने आप को कर्ज करूँगा, अगर वो करूँगा जो आप कहते हैं डॉक्टर बनूंगा तो आपको कर्ज करूँगा. I'd rather curse myself than you, which is what they should tell their parents.
Now on a leaving note, broken horses, the term actually has great significance.
Yeah.
Will you explain that to us?
See, the broken horses, जैसा मैं आपसे कह रहा था, the kids are wild and then they are corrupt and tamed. So broken horse is a term that they use when they take a wild horse and tame it. And I love this term because somewhere we are all broken people. Some of us are not, but most of us are broken horses because we are tamed. And most of these kids who become militants, and they are all broken horses because, like I said, in Mission Kashmir, people like Jackie Shroff are really playing with their mind and, you know, brainwashing their mind for these kids to pick up guns and shoot and kill. So they're all broken horses. So broken horse for me is a symbol. I love this title for what we are doing to this world.
Do you feel tamed in your life,
No,
or do you feel
no.
more egged on?
No, I'm not tamed at all. I'm wild. I can do anything.
He's the wild horse.
No. Wild in the sense, I'll tell you what, let me define this for you. It's very important. I am a man who, I mean, at least I think so. When I take a shower in the morning, I'm singing a Hindi film song. When I sleep for 8, 9, 10 hours. Another very important thing I will tell you at the end. What I do in the morning is at around 6:37 I wake up and then I go into Shavasana. And this is something I had learned very early in life. And for half an hour or so I stay in Shavasana. And I actually think at that time that if I was to die, if this is my death, have I lived a full, good life? And that's an amazing exercise, because your life and my life can end any minute. If at that given moment you're ready to go, that means you've done everything right till that moment. And that is a wonderful exercise that I would like to tell everybody.
I think that's an amazing note to leave it
Yeah,
at. This is like fantastic. A big round of applause for sharing your story, for coming and talking to us.
Thank you.
Put the C in the ouch and the ing in the couch, and we got couching with Koel.